Where is it? Not tying. Yeah.
He knows the weird Japanese sexual bondage.
Of course I do. I'm Mr. Lover Lover. That's a new title.
Mr. Lover Lover.
Yeah. I will one day post a list of all my titles. Some have been given to me. Some I just make up for myself.
Kinbaku. Well, Kinbaku B or Bai is different. Yeah. Wow. They had bondage as a sexual activity first came about in the 1600s. They're so advanced. Anyway.
Some good foreplay.
I never thought of it that way. I thought of it more as like this is what you do with people you kidnap, and that's about it. But maybe I'm crazy. So
okay, so now we've got the thing tied up. Before it gains consciousness, let's assess the shit out of it.
Sure, give me cryptozoology rolls, or you can just tell me specifically what you're wanting to do. I'm assuming you're not trying to injure or cut it. It looks like to you two, when Alex Kinley hit something, he was surprised that it lived from him hitting it carefully.
Well, as strong as he is, I could see that.
Yeah. He was like, shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially when you... Yeah. Right. So, I do... what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, yeah, we're doing the things, aren't we? So, first off, cryptozoology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Okay. Apparently, those weird magic classes in the strange Hogwarts-like place that you used to have.
Don't bring that up.
Well, they're paying off.
True that.
Even though the PCs...
Those zoology roll. Yeah, never mind.
Even though the PCs did manage to destroy the entire plane of existence the school was on. Awkward.
It happens.
Yeah, thinking about the PCs have either destroyed or allowed to be destroyed several zones. Anyway, Fumble. Right. You're thinking as far as your cryptozoology, these things don't seem to be capable of speech.
That's fine.
What is it that you just did there?
Which one?
The last thing you just did there.
Oh, you can't analyze high magic until you detect high magic, though.
Oh, right. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I will keep the roll because it's,
Fumble.
I was meant to hit detect.
Let me see. What he may have just done is caused his own head to explode. I'm not sure. Let's find out.
Possibly.
He's managed to throw out his back and is now needing some first aid so that he can go back to being able to run ever.
You guys help me out while I'm doing my stuff.
I can do that.
Recognize broken effect, Logan.
Yes.
Ooh. Analyze broken effect. No. God damn it.
Right. Bobby pops your back into shape. Mr. Walls pops it back out of shape.
It's not Fumble. What's going on?
I'll fix it. Just a sec.
What's going on?
No, it's already fixed. Mr. Walls continues working on you despite Bobby having
He was only joking about that. It's a fail, not a fumble.
It's a fail. It's a fail. You're okay.
Don't spend a pause.
Yeah, don't spend it. Don't spend the hero points.
For dramatic.
Yeah, right. It's funny though.
Broken but not.
Okay, let me sit on your chest real hard.
He's wandering around going like this to the thing. He's making weird noises and shit as it's tied to the chair in a far too sexual position with the ropes because he just had to go with what he knew.
Yeah, of course.
So when he stops for a second and pauses, I'm going to ask him, what exactly are you doing?
I'm attempting many things to try and ascertain certain effects on this creature.
Oh, that's probably something I would have to learn at some point.
Yes, I would happily teach you these things. Unfortunately, Some of them I could, but I didn't get the ones I could teach you. The ones that I've got, I can't teach you because they are something you will progress to once you build up the stuff you
Yes, we
already
understand
have.
that. Yeah. You gotta walk, crawl before you walk.
Exactly. So, I don't think it's going to try, but we'll try it. No, that didn't work. This is the one I think will probably... No, that won't fucking work either, of course.
He continues going, he's just wandering around this thing's chair.
Where's the others? I know I've got more. Here we go. Ooh, that one was... Is it chaos?
It's got, yes. Sorry, that's just a yes-no thing. So, yes.
Analyze power chaos. Ooh.
It comes from chaos. Do you have classified chaos demon or chaos demon identification?
Bumble.
It's your brother brought forth from chaos and molded into his shape and ruthlessly cloned.
Ah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It makes sense.
Mm.
I can never get that fucking skill. It will never go up. Never.
You could spend a hero point on it.
No.
You could ask our people if they have a reroll card.
Only Marcus has cards.
Oh.
And no. It's okay. I've got some notions anyway.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Since I'm basically standing around while all this is gone, I am going to... What was that song we were trying to do yesterday?
Song?
Yeah, we were singing some song yesterday.
Celine Dion, My Heart Must Go On.
I think that was it.
Ah.
Apparently, I don't remember. No, I'll go for Endless Love then.
He begins trying to serenade you with the Endless Love song.
Huh, I like it.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, there's only one of him, and you kind of need two different people because it's a duet.
I'm getting parched. Whiskey.
He spends 10 minutes going, woo, 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 nothing happens.
More whiskey. Yes.
We're getting some feedback we're getting heavy feedback from you, Marcus. Painful feedback.
Who's that? Who's doing that?
That was Marcus's thing going berserk. It does that from time to time. Nobody knows why. Go for the headphones. You'll be all right. He loves his headphones so much. Telling you, get these, dude. They just hang there next to your ear like happy little headphones.
We'll waste some more time for some good whiskey and some good whiskey because I need lots of whiskey.
You do after you hear her singing.
Fumble, 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 fumble.
Wow.
Fumble, fumble, fumble.
Right, you play with the forces of the universe and get a fumble. Let's see what happens. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting one. Even, it's on Bobby. Odd, it's on Mr. Wallace. Mr. Wallace, get it. He grows a long demon tail for some reason.
Yes.
It's red and it has like the arrow thing on the end, and it seems that Kinley did this and is very pleased about it for some fucking reason.
That's going to come in very handy for you in the future, I can tell you.
Everybody give me a mild sanity roll. It can go towards shapeshifting if you fail. Mr. Wallace's sanity roll is a little bit more severe, though. Kinley seems to enjoy it.
That's going to come in really handy for you, especially if you're going to pawn Mr. Wallace. Trust me.
Right.
Ow.
Those two look at it and go, cool. Mr. Wallace freaks the fuck out. Roll a d6, Mr. Wallace. You don't like the big red tail that you've been given that looks like a devil. Well, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe you could go into porn.
Oh,
Now,
I'm sorry. I should have warned you guys. This is kind of a side effect normally of hanging around with me. It seems to happen a lot more than to other people.
All right. So what does that one go to?
toward shape-shifting. And you pick up a new skill at Learn, Mr. Wallace.
Okay.
Oh, wow, he breaks into the shape-shifting tree?
No. He gets a new skill, Prehensile Tail, at Learn. So if you're wanting to try to do anything with your prehensile tail, you're probably going to end up slapping yourself in the face until you master it. But
when you master that could come in really handy.
It could, but unfortunately, every night you sleep, you have to do a willpower roll now because, what's it called? Your residual self-image is going to be trying to reassert itself. So every night you're going to be doing a willpower roll when you sleep. And if you make a willpower times 1 or lower, then the tail goes away. Plus, if you're injured, it really helps going to sleep because your wounds may also go away.
And last try for good whiskey.
And he keeps trying it. Oh, I was really hoping another fumble. And then you give him like fucking big bat ears or something. He's like,
Stop fucking summoning things.
Oh, it's good shit.
Wow.
Yeah, you're not sure why Kinley did this to you, Mr. Wallace.
No, I don't have any idea myself. So
It's a side effect, unfortunately. It just happens.
I like how Mr. Wallace just gives you a reproachful look. Like, really? Are we doing this now? And you're like...
Side effect to yourself, please.
This is not nearly as bad as when Kinley learned to turn into a ghost for brief periods of time and would literally haunt the other players. It caused him so much sanity loss from Ghost. He's like, whoa.
I'm really so sad I lost that ability. I can't wait to try and get it back.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one regret Kinley has. He can no longer turn into a ghost.
Oh my god, you caused so much fucking sanity loss to your players. It's like, ah. And then they saw a real ghost and they're like, I've had to live with Kinley. Fuck you, Ghost.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It did actually make them very tough towards the whole notion of ghosts.
Oh yeah, they give a fuck about other ghosts. It's like, we have to deal with Kinley. You're not even scary. You're not making.
This ghost would come up and be like, ooh, and they'd be like, bitch, please. I've been haunted by Kinley for fucking years.
Okay, so Mark is still working on his headphone souffle thing.
Okay, so the next thing to do, let's have a really close inspection of the Harlequin itself. Does it have any discern markings on it or anything like that?
You discover it's more the black and white stuff seems to be makeup. It's kind of a shriveled, kind of desiccated creature. It's not quite a living corpse, but it's kind of close to it. Definitely not human, although it's a kind of a close ancestor relation, or it's kind of the backwoods cousin of the Florida man.
Okay. So I have a theory about this, gentlemen.
Ooh. The guy with the demon tail looks at you. Demon tail is occasionally slapping him in the face and shit, as it seems to have a life of its own.
Okay. Do you guys know of the Joker? Have you guys come across or seen anything to do with him?
Not come across or seen anything to do with him. Heard vaguely about him.
Right. So it would make complete sense that these would be something to do with him. They are seen around him or places he's been a lot. And as we all know, the Joker and the Harlequin is a very common connection.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody give me a spot hidden roll. Lower is better.
Now, off.
Everybody, Mr. Wallace doesn't notice it right away because he's busy fighting his fucking tail. But you other two notice, because you didn't think there was one in here before, but in one of the corners is like a garden gnome. It's about this tall. It looks like it's made out of ceramic and stuff, just standing there with its like, it has like an oversized spoon. And it's just kind of standing there. And you don't remember it being in here before, but it is now. And you see Kinley looking at it with that expression on his face as he like just turns and goes,
Hey now, alright, this is good. You like this? So, I keep an eye on the gnome while I finish my conversation. Unfortunately, due to cosmic shit, I can't tell you certain things, like the real name of said person, or why I want to basically get in contact with him, but I do. I want to speak to the Joker. And I'm thinking this will be a direct link to him once it gains consciousness. What the fuck is that gnome over there? I run over to the gnome as I can't ignore it anymore. What are you, gnome? What are you? Tell me.
It looks like he's now switched from briefing you guys to interrogating a ceramic garden gnome.
Tell me what you know.
It just
Joker?
looks at him
Joker?
very neutrally.
Joker, are you in there?
He goes over and begins fucking with the gnome. He picks it up and is shaking it. It reminds you of English nannies and babies. Although he's not shaking it that hard. Let's not go crazy.
Don't have that.
Tell me what you gnome.
Card.
Ooh, I like it.
You just take a card, Mr. Wallace.
Are you magic? Ooh. Damn, so tempted. But no. You must keep my reverse dice. Right.
Yeah, I would, because you gotta get like lots and lots of new skills and shit that you can then work on for years.
Collect them all.
Yeah. God.
Alright.
I wish there was a time when these two were playing and somebody else who hadn't done the thing yet. Oh
I
wait.
do have one more. Let's try one more. Let's see. Are you chaos? Fumble! Oh god, someone's gonna
that's
grow another
good.
table. What's
Cool.
going on? I think it's only one fumbling at the moment.
Let me draw a new fumble deck and see if you can get a similar card. Now, Kinley goes, "Tell me what you know," and then he falls over and the gnome breaks. And,
Oh no!
Oh, gnome.
Oh no!
Take a card, Jeff, and Kinley gets up and looks at these shattered pieces of the gnome.
Ah, shit!
Break his gnome into pieces. This is his last victory.
Right. I just paused my mic. I'm making a drink, so it might get a bit loud. Right. So,
Apparently the gnome was too much for him, and he just fell over.
I can't take it no more.
I'm gonna
No,
go over
no
and pick
more.
up a piece
Can't
of
take
gnome
it no
and
more.
take a close look at it.
It looks like a cheap ceramic garden gnome.
I can't take it no more.
No, 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 I can't take it no more.
What about the spoon though? Is the
It
spoon
looks like
anything?
looks like it's a cheap ceramic spoon that was built in the cheap. It's just one of those kind of things that people like to put on gnomes and shit, if you know what I mean.
Do I know what you mean? Yes.
Fine, I'm
Okay.
giving everybody an additional card as they go and continue grinding the gnome puns down. There you go. Everybody's got a card now.
Yay. Okay. I suppose we wait for the thing to wake up now. I think, unless you guys can think of anything you'd like to try, or without potentially killing said Harlequin.
I can take his hat off. That's about the only thing I could think of to do.
What is
Take his hat off? his hat. I thought you said hand.
Well, he's got to practice for Freddy's hands.
So, is this thing...
Yeah. Where's my bone saw?
What? So is this thing dead, or is it just emaciated dead?
You're not really sure with your earlier first aid rolls and shit. Right now, you're just kind of curious if it will wake up.
I was thinking about healing it, but it might not be a good thing to do if it is actually undead.
You want to just pass some time?
1 second. I will try something, just because I might want to. We'll try. No. Pacify. That's not going to help. It's a tech thing.
Kinley ponders it. He's forgotten all about his broken gnome. He doesn't come from a broken gnome. But...
was there anything in the gnome when it broke?
No.
Or anything inside it? Any inscriptions, markings, like Maker's seal?
No, nothing. Just a cheap garden gnome. Somebody must have left it in here. Yeah, that's it. Kinley looks super suspicious of the gnome.
Oh, Keeper of the Flame!
They're not allowed in this section, so they do not come.
Suck.
They did provide you with plenty of... Somebody's phone going off, or is it my phone going off? Motherfucker, yeah. Hold on a second.
It's someone's phone now, it's my phone.
Block that motherfucker.
You must die now.
It's a recorded message in Russian, so I'm pretty sure it's nobody I fucking care about.
Yeah.
Block. Yeah, suck it, bitch. Who's your daddy now? Call me while I'm gaming. Okay. I was going to say, there's only like 3 people who have my phone number. So, 4 people.
Right. Yes, okay. I think I'm not...
Cut 2?
Yeah.
It wakes up.
Oh, wow.
Later. You guys have been fucking around here for hours. You've gotten to know the Golden Wattle. It's a nice building. Somewhere online there are maps and blueprints and shit. I have no idea where. So, anyway, it's a nice place. The people work here are nice. You're not allowed to go in the nice rooms that have the guests and stuff like that, but there's plenty of like the PC area, and they're pretty good at keeping the PC separated from the money-making area, because you guys are a bit underdressed from the money-making area, even as staff. So,
we would disrupt the money-making process.
Especially in your cow armor. Oh my gee. Anyway, the guy, it wakes up and it struggles wildly for a while. And you notice that every 15 seconds, then it kind of does like fast forward struggles, and then it goes back to normal struggling. It fails to get out of your expertly tied ropes.
I brace it by the shoulders. I look at it in the eyes and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, it's me. I want to talk to you."
It continues struggling and shit. You notice even when you came back in, it was kind of hard to see it until you're like, I know you're in the fucking chair. We've got you tied to the chair with your crotch exposed for weird reasons of Alex's. But eventually you manage to see it. It's like your eyes are wanting to slide off of it. It definitely got some sort of weird effect going on.
Cool shit going on. I can do that.
Yeah, you'd love to have that ability. I mean, not always on, because then the women would be like, "Where's that big hunk?" And your eyes slide off you all the time.
The funny thing is, I kind of do have that ability in a way. As in the freeze fade?
Freeze fade?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
It's theirs is like a always on, less powerful version of that. So, yeah, it does not, after about an hour, you've determined it cannot or will not speak. And also, it doesn't play the yes-no game. You're not even sure if it understands English.
Pry his mouth open. Does it have a tongue?
Right. Give me a strength roll versus its strength. It's got a little bit, but I mean, you don't want Alex to do it. He may just tear off the bottom jaw and then it will bleed. You can't get the fucking mouth open.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody looks at Alex and they're like, no need for that. I will get it eventually. And he's like, ooh.
Yeah, I don't think it actually. They were all like this, and I just literally think that they are not made with the ability to talk.
Somebody knows how to fucking craft a minion that won't give away their plans.
A clever way. Something clever. What can we do?
Fucking nice katana. I mean, it's not as nice as Jeff's katana and shit, but also, like I said, you're not even sure if it speaks English.
Oh.
Because, as you know from the campaign, English is a large selection, but definitely not as large as Americans would have you believe.
Who do you work for in dark speech?
Right. You've discovered something interesting, Marcus. You do not hear that in, which language was it?
Dark speech.
Yeah, you don't hear that in that. You don't even get an attempt to get a check in it. You just hear, who do you work for? Because it comes in English.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to figure out what he said then. So
Yes,
I
you can roll your fucking dark speech learn or whatever. It does not answer to that, although it does definitely focus in on you. It looks at you. You feel looked at, Kinley. Although your like eyes are watering a bit, trying to keep gaze on it.
More whiskey. So what the hell? You are like is he fucking Rain Man with languages?
Not really sure what's going on with him. You'd have to talk to him.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't even notice that unless it was.
Actually, you notice he does go when you start talking in dark speech, as he has this horrible realization.
Bobby, you understood that? Is he not? Hello?
Oh, I gave no indication that I was understanding anything, so I don't know why you would say that.
Yeah. It's just the way you looked. Maybe I was wrong. Beg my pardon. Okay. Okay, let's try. Who do you work for? Demonic chaos.
He says, my pants are filled with poo. Only Bobby is now laughing. Or at least smiling real big.
Okay. Who do you work for? Thari. Fumble. There we go. Fuck it.
Please kill me. I am here to assassinate the king.
Anyone else want to try any other languages?
I could try out my katana.
No, this was not the point of capturing this thing. Was just to kill it.
Oh, by the
Allow
way,
me, s'il vous plaît, as I try French.
Go for it. He says, I am a giant baguette.
Yeah, baguette's the only word I probably even know in French. So.
Right.
Do you want to try something, Bobby? Ask her the question. Different language. Do you know any different languages?
Nothing that we haven't already covered. I mean, I could try writing some Space Marine down, but I just don't see the connection.
We're trying to find a way to communicate with this thing because we need to try and find some information from it. So anything you can think of worth trying, try it.
Oh, by the way, it still does have a big ballista bolt through its leg, and then there's a coil of wire and stuff, which is just kind of on the floor because that way you weren't going to damage it by taking it out because it was pretty goddamn close to death. So you just left it alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's still close to death, but you know.
I'm going to try something. This is a test. What is the magic in this zone, Logan?
You begin to cast a spell. Let's see. Let's see. You guys are in Gothic. By the way, have you two been to Gothic before? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm just checking for the tarot cards. Matt, willpower times 3.
Okay, not too bad. Right, that's one.
Come on, give him a fucking horns or something.
Yeah. Try again. Fucking, come on, you piece of shit. Yay. Right. I try and mark my life sign. I want to see if this affects its view.
It does not.
So it's not probably undead.
Take a card. That's a pretty clever way to do it. Or it's going off of visual rather than life signature.
No, but that's what that's exactly it. It masks its whole perception from the undead, not just.
It masks the life signal, which is how the undead see because their eyes have rotted away. So if this thing may have the ability to check life signature, but it also has eyes. So some undead do both, but some undead are like zombies, for example, only go with life signal, or skeletons, or various ghosts, or you know, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem to be tracking you. You guys are literally having to remind yourself every now and then that it's still in the chair.
Would any of you guys like a check in essence?
Sure.
Take a check on anything we can get at this point. Yeah.
Okay, as you both want it, I'll just be fair and just roll. High Marcus, low for Jeff. Right. Jeff. Alright, just give me a shit card and I'll or just give me anything you want.
Oh shit! I forgot the Keepers of the Flame. Everybody, give me listen rolls as you can hear them chanting a song that they have been taught.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh.
It figures now I make my rather crappy listen roll.
Cool, you got to check and listen anyway. You guys hear them chanting, "Close your eyes, give me your hand, darling. Do you feel my heart beating? Do you understand? Do you feel the same? Am I only dreaming? Is this
Bengals.
burning an eternal flame?"
Eternal Flame by Bengals, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not sure who taught them that fucking song, but it has
It's a
flames
good one.
in it, so yeah.
I will teach them a new one. I go to them and say, this should be your new song for your new ritual.
Ooh.
I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter.
They like that. Oh my god, they're gonna get loaded down with fucking 80s songs and shit.
Well, I just played that card.
Firestarter? What?
Let's get my check in essence.
Okay.
So you develop skill in teaching by teaching people stuff? I mean,
Yes.
is how I obtain that skill?
It has to be spells, pretty much.
Has to be spells. Okay.
Which makes it
Well,
it harder to get some teaching.
It can't be skills.
We've never done skills before.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one or two special skills like teach shapeshifting, somebody who hasn't walked the
Yeah, no,
has no
I-
shapeshifting.
detect high magic is
yeah.
theoretically a skill.
Yeah.
And I taught that to
Well, that's
Freddie.
okay. There's a couple of special skills that you can learn teaching on, but yeah. Otherwise, teaching comes slow until you get a spell that somebody else doesn't have, and then you just fucking relentlessly teach them whether they want to learn it or not, whether they'll ever use it or not. Oh, and by the way, after you eventually learn the spells and the spell tree and the general power of things and get the shape of the spells, then on the boards is a whole magic thing where people come up with different stuff, and if they do, then they automatically pick up like the spells that learn and stuff like that if they make low level spells and all that. So if you're wanting to become a spellcaster, coming up with your own fucking magic and shit and being able to then teach it to other people is a good way to do it. So ask me more about that after the game if you want.
Okay. That didn't work either. Oh, goddamn. So...
It appears that the interrogation's going nowhere.
Okay, I look it in the eyes and I say, Joker. And I try to see if there's any kind of recognition or...
There's nothing out of this. It's giving you a whole lot of nothing. You're not even getting empathy rolls. It's pretty much wanting to get loose. It does seem to be looking at its fucking katana. I don't know where who's got the throwing stars, or did you just leave them on the ground? Oh, okay. It apparently wants its shit back, but other than that, so it can probably use it on you guys. But other than that, it doesn't seem to really acknowledge anything other than need shit back, kill you guys. That's pretty much it. Or flee, maybe. Or it's writhing around seductively for your weird Japanese tying up bondage thing. You're not really sure on that part.
Like, we should either feed it and give it water or just end this.
I don't think it needs to eat or drink.
Oh, okay. I want a snack, though.
Okay, that's good. I want to take these guys out of the room, so we're not talking around it.
All right. You guys go, you live in there. There's no real security. Anybody could literally wander in that room and get ambushed by this thing or whatever if it gets free of its bonds, which eventually it may.
Okay, I'll stay in the room by the door, opening the door, so I whisper to them outside the door so I can keep a fucking eye on it, okay?
Okay.
I'm thinking if we could somehow... Do you guys know much about demon boxes?
Nope.
The looks on their faces. What the fuck
What I'm thinking is if we can plant some kind of tracking device on this thing without it knowing, I'm thinking we could, but it'd have to be some kind of special tracking device that could possibly go through planes, because it's injured. It might need to go back to be repaired, which means it might go back to its source, which means it might lead us to its master. But we'd need to be able to track it.
Well,
how we can
I could make a tracking device if I had the materials, or at least attempt to.
Could you make a multi-zone tracker?
I have no idea.
God damn.
Because this is new to me, so.
Oh, and Matt, give me a memory roll on something else. You remember that they had a big fucking famine here not too long ago because in addition to magic stopping working, tech had stopped working. It's a damn good idea other than that, though. I mean, you could take it to a high-tech zone and then free it into the wild and see what happens. But, yeah, multi fucking shadow tracker, that would be some wild shit there.
Would be.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you have no idea how to do that, and apparently Mr. Wallace doesn't either. All he knows how to do is make it look like there's a cat sitting on his shoulder.
Maybe make a trump of it?
It is chaos, but I don't know if it's... Normally you can only do that of people that have traversed pattern or chaos for it to work. Or am I just speaking shit? I don't know.
Well, Trump is intrinsically a surveillance site means,
Yes.
and he is cross-dimensional.
I know. Unfortunately, I am not well versed in that particular field. Freddy, on the other hand, is a lot better.
You have found something Kinley is bad at. It makes you feel warm inside, like somebody has poured warm urine onto your chest.
Yeah.
I could try to paint it, but I don't know if I have the ability to actually make a Trump. I don't. I think that's separate from what I have.
I can create a Trump of it if it worked, but it would take time, and I'm not sure if I'd be able to track it in any way through that Trump.
Yeah. I'll be back in a few minutes. I gotta take a quick break.
Okay.
Oh, the cat's on the back of the chair.
The cat will now play in your spot. Cat, put the headphones on.
Cat only has eyes for her master.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the cat likes him a lot.
Unlike my cat.
She really does.
Yeah, your fucking cat hates you, Matt.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Little bit of love, a lot of hate. Little bit of love, a lot of hate.
Okay, well, not really sure what else to do.
Yeah, I'm afraid you just haven't got the skills built up and in the trumping thing. You're not even sure if Freddy's got that kind of skill yet.
Well, I know him and Doc have like abilities to spy on things through like windows and shit, so I'm guessing that's the Trump, or maybe patent based, but I've not got that high yet.
I'm sort of more the rough and tumble kind of guy.
Yeah.
Not so much the magic spell guy.
Well, we need to leave this building to be able to leave this zone anyway, because I don't have another way out, so...
It continues struggling. It doesn't seem to get tired of struggling.
The only thing I can think of, it's a bit hardcore, but we could kill it and perform an autopsy on it. Maybe learn more.
I'm okay with that.
That's the only thing I can think of right now that we could learn maybe more from this, what it is.
Oh, hey, I have security systems lore. Would that be in any way useful in tracking this thing? No.
You know the motion detector is. You know what cameras are.
Just thought I'd give it a...
Yeah.
Okay, so you want me to hold it down, or do you want to hold it down? Because probably going to need to hold it down.
No. I just attempt to break its neck while it's struggling in the chair.
Oh, I thought you wanted to do this while it was still alive.
No, I think that would make it a bit tougher.
Cool. Give me a simple strength roll as you go up, grab its head, and break its neck, Kinley. Yeah, there you go. All right. The head almost came off. Jesus Christ, these things are more delicate. Yeah.
Right. Let's get to untie it, and we'll put it on a slab somewhere and start fucking going at it.
I just thought of something.
No, not like that.
No, I was thinking after the autopsy, take the body and put it next to the dead Mildred.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely something I would, or set them up in a pose that would be interesting. No, not that kind of pose.
Okay. Sorry, you know where my brain's going on these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Give me a medicine roll and biology roll. Kind of wish Doc was here. Yeah, you don't recognize any of the fucking organs in this thing at all. In fact, you might not even recognize human organs at all.
And Science, medicine. Yeah.
It is one of those fucking messy autopsies too. Do you guys have gross out maxed out?
No.
Give me Sandy rolls for gross out as you are going to fucking town. Kinley's like up to his fucking elbows in blood and shit, and he seems okay with it. Let me check. Hey, does Mr. Wallace want to watch the autopsy of the strange creature?
Sure.
Cool. Give me a Sandy roll for gross out. It appears, yeah, you guys are all okay with this. Everybody take 1 point toward gross out. And Mr. Wallace, give me a biology roll. Kinley, it does not have an anus or intestines and stuff, so you're thinking it does not eat. It's a light, fast creature. Mr. Wallace identifies some weird organs. He's not sure what they do, but he's like, this is new, and this is new, and this is new. I'm not sure what they do. We haven't got a lab here. You're pretty much, they're just pulling shit out and looking at it. And Bobby's like, it's not human. And you guys are like, yeah. And so, no problem. You've got all the shit laid out, and it's just completely disgusting. And one of the keepers of the flame comes over, check your candles, and faints.
I thought they weren't allowed in this section.
You've moved back to a different section because you wanted a nice slab to do it on, and they wanted to make sure you've got plenty of fire. It just faints because he saw, like, blood.
Yeah, now let's talk about that, because this thing is black and white. So it has blood. What color is the blood?
Kind of blackish.
Blackish?
More
Yeah.
like ichor.
Ichor, there you go.
All right.
All right. And does it have a brain?
Kind of, yeah.
So it's got a nervous system and a circulatory system, but no digestive system.
With your biology rolls, you're not really sure what any of those things would look like. There's goo. It's full of goo. That's very much where Bobby's at.
Before we started cutting this thing up, I mean, did it look like it was like made or pieced together, or was it like more like it was kind of grown or something?
You're not really sure on that. Well, let's see. Mr. Wallace is thinking that it doesn't appear to be naturally produced.
Yeah, no, I think we kind of knew that. But
Would medicine help any?
No, your biology roll of an +1 is pretty good. I mean, you're dealing with stuff so far out of your field, you're like, because even if you had 100 biology, you don't have the life experience to go, this is how we go and do this weird shit, because they're dealing with super weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's very alien. But you're thinking that it's not a naturally produced. There was not a mama and a papa and making a baby thing. That did not happen.
Yeah, well, it probably doesn't have any reproductive organs either, does it?
No. Good point.
okay.
So you've done a messy autopsy. What's next? Disneyland?
Well,
I want to get an occult lore skill check.
Sure. You take a look out with occult. Yeah, you don't know shit about the occult. You're like, hey.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Well, we need to leave If we're going to leave the zone, we've got to walk for like 2 days.
You're thinking, given the amount of mess and the lack of gloves, cloaks, or big robes or anything like that, you could definitely use some cleaning up first.
Okay. Let's do some cleaning.
Yes, I happily.
It shows everybody just step over the unconscious dude and walk out, just leaving the corpse on the table. You guys go get cleaned up. That'll be fun for somebody else to walk in on, you're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Please make a note that there is a messy dissected thing in there, and and then put in parentheses roll sand roll versus gross out. And for them, it'll be worse. It'll be 1/D8 toward gross out because they'll be nice and rotting by the time they get there.
Also, kind of surprise.
Yeah. The PCs love leaving little surprises for each other. It's part of what it's all about for these guys.
It's the highlight of my game. Where is it? Gold Morsel.
I swear, Logan, it sounds like there's somebody practicing with a lightsaber behind you.
I wish I could do something about them, but the thing is, they're like a couple of stairwells over, but in these apartments, because they're cheap concrete slabs together and stuff, sound carries.
Yeah, not meaning to whine about it, just remarking.
Besides, we don't do wine, we do whiskey.
Yes.
Exactly.
I do rum because I like to feel like a pirate.
Sniveling is universal.
They'll get tired and stop eventually. Maybe. Well, it's almost 6 p.m. here. I don't know why they're still working. Damn hard workers. All right.
You're getting Kushnered.
I don't even know what that means.
Jared Kushner was sort of infamous for running people out of his apartment buildings by having maintenance going on 24/7.
Wow.
Not doing it, just tromping up and down the stairs and drilling into walls for no reason and stuff like that.
Wow.
Total gem of humanity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to leave this zone, we need to walk out. Is that what you were saying, Matt?
We'd need to shadow walk out the zone because that's the only way I've got getting out the zone, which would take days. Unless you guys have anything you want to do, yeah.
I have a trump of the Beastkin Embassy.
Yeah, I do as well.
Okay, so I was going to take it there if you want.
Look how useful they are.
Yeah.
Save a walk. Yeah? Okay, well, let's do that then.
Which card do you want to use?
I do have create basic trump.
Well, keep in mind that if you try to make trumps now, that it takes away your skill whoring rolls.
I'm just remarking.
Oh,
I'm beginning with my abilities. So, how would I do this? Because I have create basic trump, and I've walked through shadow to known destination, but I've never actually used a trump to go anywhere myself.
Good point. That's Kinley.
What's that? So I'd make
Kinley looks up confused. What? Are you talking to me again? I'm busy drinking.
I have this trump, but I've never used it to go anywhere.
You just concentrate on it.
I do that.
Excellent. Give me a luck roll. Lower is better. Which trump is it that you have?
Beastkin Embassy.
Where? Is it in the bomb shelter? You have to be very specific as to where they go.
Yeah, I didn't write that down, but that's
Bunker room.
Shelter.
Bunker
Mine
room.
says-
Yep. Bomb shelter, bunker room. Cool. Go ahead and give me a luck roll. It's not too difficult, but the card may or may not work. The card stopped working. Mark off the card.
It broke?
Yes. The place ones frequently break.
Well, I can try mine.
Goes the same place?
Yep.
Good luck.
Maybe we do that this time. Maybe
Oh,
maybe no.
before we go. There are. Hold on. We go back to the box. The safe.
No problem. The green rock is holding the door shut. It smells like
Okay.
rotting person inside.
I take out. Where is it? Oh, fuck it. Never mind. Someone's kept it in here, but there's 0 of them, so I don't know why they're just not deleted it. Okay, there were trumps on the list, but they're gone now.
They just left
Okay.
it at 0.
Yeah.
Cool. You want to see if Mr. Walls can make his trump work, or if it will break as well?
If he wants.
Mr. Walls, give me a luck roll. You need to make it much better than Bobby made his. Mark off the trump. It is broken. It stops working.
By the way, does that mean I did not get a check in luck?
Correct, but don't worry. I'm sure you'll get a check in luck at some point. All right. They look at you. They toss their broken trumps away. Meh.
Going for a long walk then.
Now, do you have Do you have targeted shadow walk or general shadow walk?
I have both.
That'll help. So you guys are going to leave via foot. I mean, they do have horses and stuff here. If you want to go buy some, or you just walk.
I'd rather ride.
Ooh, somebody else who knows how to ride a horse, Kinley. You feel excitement beginning to rise as you slowly look to Mr. Wallace and wonder if he too knows the mysteries of the horse. If they
A little bit.
Therein lies the rub.
Yeah. Do they make saddles for tails?
Super awkward.
Sure, you could.
Are you wanting to do anything special with your tail while you're wandering around in the city? Through the city?
Yeah. Well, it does one good thing for me. Mosquito comes by, lands on my forehead, smack. To take care of it, but yeah, I will attempt to control it a little bit and see if I can get it to.
Do you want to try to hide it or?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Go ahead. You're at a plus 30 as you get some rope and fucking tie it to yourself. So roll your tail skill at plus 30 to. Otherwise, it looks like you're carrying a fucking snake around your waist that's really angry about being there. Yeah, to plus 30, you fucking make it. So you get checking your prehensile tail skill. You're just trying to keep it calm and not have it wave around. You're hoping it doesn't work like a dog's tail. You'd hate to get excited and start knocking shit behind you over.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kinley, you go off to buy some horses, and holy shit, the horses are a lot more expensive, and they have a lot fewer of them. Apparently, during the giant fucking we have no food thing, horse meat became really popular for some reason. They're selling horses at 250 silvers or more.
Okay, we're walking in.
All right. You guys, since Kinley, I forgot, Kinley doesn't know what money is, so you guys go and look at the prices, and he goes, all right. And you start walking. Yeah, the Golden Wattle fortunately does load you up with food and water. Do you guys have backpacks or anything like that?
I do.
Yes? Okay. Kinley, do you have a backpack?
Yeah.
You want to just strap food to you or something? Or
Yeah.
do you want to borrow a backpack?
Just strap food to me.
Shows with a big can of Spam strapped to his fucking forehead. Yeah! Kinley, give me, or anybody who wants to can give me survival general rolls to try to make your life more comfortable.